Well, welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth, and today we're going to play with these. These are a Holbein acrylic gouache paints, and I bought the primary colors blue, yellow, red, plus black and white. So we are going to do a little painting in my sketchbook. So come along and let's see what I create. So let's head to my overhead. So these are the supplies I'll be using for playing around with these acrylic gouache paints by Horadam. So let's get going. I have my sketchbook by Stillman Burn. If you want to watch how I brought color to this one, check out the video in the description and linked above. Should be right here, somewhere right here, I think. Next page. Let's get this opened up. I do enjoy mixing gouache with a palette knife. So we're gonna use this guy. So the red, I have carmine red. The blue is classic cobalt blue. And then deep yellow. Primary whites and primary black. This one has a different lid than this one. Interesting. And an ice drink. I have this old cheap palette. I cleaned it out. I used to use it for watercolor, and now I'm going to use it for this. I like to browse Unsplash and find inspiration, so let's see if I can paint this. And colors. Get some yellow. This paint comes out very easy. It is like, use me, paint with me, let's go. Bloop. We got our primary white, deep yellow, carmine, cobalt blue, and primary black. Paint with all the colors of the wind. And now I'm gonna sketch this guy out real quick so I know what I'll be painting. I'm not going to do a lot of detail. This is just going to be the basic idea of it. I love how like elongated and so tall this castle estate thing is. I think it's really pretty. I've been really into Romantasy books lately, and I decided this sketchbook is like my fan art sketchbook. So I figured what better way to play around with these new paints to me than do a landscape. Like a Romantasy book inspired landscape. Looking at my brush set, I'm going to use this guy. This is a nice flat brush. I think it's the biggest one I have in my pack. So, add a little water. And the sky, it has this gradient, which might be hard to get. I'm really used to working with watercolors, so I'm going to pre-mix some colors and see about that. So I have a primary color, so I want to make a good purple. So that's red and blue. And I'm going to use my palette knife to get a little white in there because I don't want to contaminate my white. It's so easy to contaminate it. Ooh, look at that. It's like a lavender color. That will come in handy. Getting the extra paint off my brush by squishing it around. Squish the paint off. Let's drag along the lip and it'll squeegee the rest of the paint off, hopefully. Get a good rinse-a-roo. My goodness. And then it has this soft orange color. I'm gonna drag that. Let's get a little yellow. smidge of red. I'll wipe that. Get some more white. We use a different brush to mix that together because my big one has a lot of purple on it still. It's nice. Soft orange color. Soft orange color. Okay. Let's start with background. Background time! Let's do it! No idea what I'm doing, but I do have an idea. I'm putting paint on paper. And I'm going to get some more white down here. I'm just going to mix on the page. Call that good. A little more water. My brush helped the paint spread more. It will make it more transparent. The paint, at least. But that's okay. I'm just playing around with colors. Oh, speaking of playing with colors, let's do a little swatch up here. Let's do it right there. Yeah. Swatch it up. Look at me contaminating my white. Serve it good to the cause. A little bit of water. So acrylic gouache is not like the gouache I've been using. The gouache I have been using is artist gouache, and that you can let it dry and then it reactivates. And it's opaque, just like acrylic paint. And this stuff here is more like acrylic paint because once it dries, it's done. You can't reactivate it. So let's add some more white. Once I'm done painting this, it'll be done. You can't reactivate it, which has pros and cons. Let's try and mix these colors. I know, let's try a fan brush. Blend, blend, blend. Not working. Never mind. Water. And I have to work quick with this because it's drying. Every moment it's drying a little bit more. That's why I didn't put a lot down in my palette, because I didn't want it to dry out too much on me. And let's get some white on this end. Oh, there's a hair. There we go. There we go. I like that better. Water. Get this paint going. You can really do some nice dry brush effects though, that's for sure. Let's get this dark going. Trying to transition from an orange, light orange, like a lavender, light purple, to this darker purple, violet. Violets. I mean, yeah. A little more water, help it spread more. And there's no black in this either. Ooh, swatch. Let me swatch it. And then swatch this too. And then this guy. Boop, boop. Dry brush. Ooh, pretty. Try to even out this color a little bit more. Mixing like a yellowy color with a purple color, like transition, can be difficult because yellow and purple are across from each other on the color wheel. So when they mix together, they can like neutralize and get like kind of grayed out. So must be careful. Looking at my reference a little bit more, I want to do some greens. Let's do yellow and a blue for you. And then let's really clean it by having it kind of rubbing it on the side of my cup here. There we go. It's a very happy, bright green, which I don't really want. Let's add some white. Yeah. Lighten it up. It's still very bright. So, to calm down this bright green, I'm going to add a little bit of red. Just a little bit at a time to see how it looks. Because red and green are complementary, and so when you mix them together, it dulls, it grays. It's a little bit more red. Hopefully that's not too much. I don't think that's too much. So we got, yeah, it's nice grayed out green, a little bit more white in some of it. It's on one side of the castle, I want it on the other side of the castle. I'm not worried about painting over the castle area either, because it's opaque paint. That means I can cover it up. Far off hills. I'm gonna add a little bit more blue to you. Oh, that's a bright blue. Ooh, hot doggy. Let's add some black and see what happens. And then we need white. White gets used the most out of all the colors, I think. It really does. Kind of like a green color. A little bit more blue. There we go. Get in the hills. Or are they mountains? I'm not sure. So much paint on my brush, oh goodness. Utilizing this purple a bit. There we go. I gotta resolve that area. Let's see. Here's a river over here. Okay. Next I'm going to work on, it's dry, the castle. But before I do the castle, I'm going to clean this water because it's pretty, ugh. Clean water. I want to keep my paints nice and clean looking, so clean water was necessary. Light side, dark side. This really looks photoshopped, but it's kind of fun, kind of cool. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to do, I think the dark side should be like a violet color. So we're just going to get this going again. Some hairs are stuck in it. No! Get rid of the hairs. Oh, come on, you. Get up. There we go. If hair from your paintbrush gets stuck in your painting, clean, dry brush and drag it out. I'm going to change the architecture of this castle a little bit too, probably, to fit the needs of my composition of my painting. Which is fine to do, really, because it's your painting. It's not, it does not have to be photorealistic. It is a piece of art, Make it however you want it to be. That's how I see it. Different people may see it differently, but that's how I see it. And we got our long, tall Princess Tower reaching up to the stars. Princess Tower, because that's where they're kept, right? The tallest tower of the keep. That's where they keep the princess. Now I'm starting to lift the paint off the paper. Don't necessarily want to do that. Okay, and then I'm going to use this. For the side facing the light. You can notice that all paintings should have a direct light source. The white's almost gone. That's okay. I can get more out of the tube. Okay, time for a handy dandy round brush. Since these are rounded turrets or whatever, kind of want the colors to be like slightly blended together. And then let's get some detailing of the building architecture a little bit. My favorite brush is a round brush. I was really trying with these flat brushes. Sometimes flat brushes work really well for covering a lot of ground. Ground, sky and whatnot. Water. We'll get this going a little bit. It's drying up pretty good. There we go. I have used traditional acrylic paint before. Let's get the roofs this purple color too. going to take out some of the details of this, the little spires and stuff, to just simplify it for my painting. Because it's a smaller painting, really. I feel like this is more architecture than landscape at this point. Oops, that stroke was a little too fat. And then all these windows, let's simplify those too. I don't like that. I don't like that. Bam. Look, it's gone. Yay. I don't like it. Bloop. Water. See what happens when I do this. I'm gonna squeegee the excess paint off. A little more paint. This is kind of a complementary color painting. Purple and yellowish color. though it's more orangey. That's okay. Get a little dry brush look on the roof here. That's catching the light. A little too dark. Maybe not. There we go. This is really watery paint right now. Oh boy. I think I'm fiddling around too much with it. Added water to my brush to spread out the paint some more. Kind of make it into a wash. Okay, I need to leave that alone for a moment and let's move on to down here. It's really dark. Dark, dark, dark. Some grayed out colors, some neutral colors. Need to hold this still. It keeps moving with me. That's a nice gray color. So this is red and black and some white in that green area. And let's try something crazy. Yellow. And a little bit of black. Gets this puke green going. Let's do a little bit more black. Split. And some white. That's better. Maybe not. There's a little red to that. Still don't like it. There's some more black. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. Black. Look at my reference photo again. Boy, there's a lot of black along here. So add some blue to that too. Mix it right on the page. Why not? Let's get some of this purple going. Oops, move that clip. hopefully the paper will stay down good. Whitish. More white. More white. Do. Trees, or like tree-like figures at least. Get some white in here. What in the world is happening? There we go. I think this will be slightly better. Trees catching the light, maybe. And then the windows a little bit more. Maybe this could be moss too. This is like bleh. Very nice brown. Okay, let's get some stars going. Gotta get the paint a little more water in it. And tap, tap, tap. Oh man, got some trails going there. How can I resolve that? I don't like that. Let's just do like a star. And then something really bright white in the middle. That looks cool. Okay, let's get some white exact stars. The little tiny stars are from when I tapped my brush on another brush. Who knew using primary colors, yellow, red, blue, plus white and black could create something like this? I'm excited. I hope you are. And I hope this has inspired you to play around with your paints, mix some colors, make some grays and neutral out of your bright colors, and just play. Who knows what you might create? The more you do it, the more confident you'll be and the better you'll get. And cut yourself some slack, give yourself some grace if you really haven't painted that long, because like I said, the more you do it, the better you get. And it just takes time and practice. Art is a skill I believe you can learn. And yeah, I hope this was a fun video for you. If you enjoyed it, please like. And if you are one of the many not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit that little bell, ding, and then you'll get notified when I have new videos up and ready. And I hope you come along with me as I fill all these other pages with fan art. So I would call this a fan art painting. It makes me think of like a Romantasy book. You can picture it as any book you want. So thank you again so much for coming along, and I'll see you in the next video.